You're not preparing. You're hiding. And the worst part is how productive it feels. This blade was ready an hour ago. He knows that. He's still sharpening it.
Outside, someone is waiting. He's been waiting a long time. Inside, nothing is happening. Not really. The armor is fastened. The stance is correct. The breathing is controlled. Everything is correct. That's the problem. Because as long as there's one more thing to check, one more adjustment to make, he doesn't have to walk through that door, and he can tell himself he isn't afraid. He's just not ready yet.
400 years ago, a swordsman fought 61 duels and never lost a single one. He is not in this room. In this room, nothing has happened yet. Nothing has been risked, nothing has been lost, nothing has been won. And you've been in this room. Maybe this week. The project you'll launch when the website's better. The conversation you'll have when you find the right words. The thing you've been getting ready for so long that the getting ready became the thing itself. You're not lazy. You never were. You're doing something far more convincing than nothing. Here's what your brain figured out, and it figured it out early. Preparation cannot fail. Every hour you spend getting ready produces the exact feeling of progress, momentum, effort, forward motion, with none of the risk. Nobody grades the practice. Nobody judges the draft you never sent. But the moment you actually do the thing, something irreversible happens. You find out. You find out if you were good enough, if the work holds up, if you're the person you've been telling yourself you might be. And your mind has decided that not knowing is safer than a bad answer. So it does something clever. It doesn't stop you. You'd notice that. Instead, it keeps you busy in the room right next to the thing, close enough to feel committed, far enough to stay unjudged. The swordsman who never lost wrote 21 rules at the end of his life. One of them is about weapons. It says, don't hoard them and don't train with them beyond what is useful. Read that again. The man with 61 victories did not say train harder. He said there is a point past which practice stops being practice. Past that point, it becomes something else. This isn't procrastination. Procrastination knows it's avoiding something. This is more expensive than that. This is avoidance, wearing the costume of discipline. I could sharpen this blade for the rest of my life, and I would never lose. I'd also never win anything, not once. That's the trade I made without noticing. I gave up every possible defeat, and every possible outcome came with it. A perfect record. 0 fights. The thing I thought I was protecting isn't my work, or my time, or my standards. It's the version of myself that still could be great. As long as I don't step through that door, that version stays intact, untested, undefeated, and completely useless to me. So stop asking if you're ready. That question has no answer. It was never built to have one. That's what makes it so comfortable to keep asking. Ask this instead. What am I afraid I'll find out if I actually do this? Sit with that one. It's a worse question. It doesn't feel good, but it names the thing. And the thing loses most of its power the moment it has a name. Another of those 21 rules says simply, do not regret what you have done. Notice what that rule assumes. It assumes you did something. There's no rule in there for the man who never left the room. He didn't need one. That man doesn't get regret. He gets something quieter and much worse. He gets to wonder for the rest of his life what he was. Because you were never waiting for readiness. You were waiting for a guarantee, and that has never been on the table. Not for you, not for anyone who's ever done anything.
7 words. He wrote them with a sword in the corner of the room, and no duels left to fight. Those 21 rules were the last thing he ever wrote. He finished them days before he died and handed them to a student. A lifetime of winning, compressed into a page by a man who knew he was out of time. Not one line of it is about getting ready. The blade was sharp an hour ago. It's sharp now. It will be exactly as sharp tomorrow and the day after, and every day you spend deciding. Nothing you're waiting for is coming. There is no morning where you wake up and feel ready. That morning was never scheduled. There's only the door. You were never preparing. You were hiding, and now you know the difference.
If you recognized yourself in that room, there's more of this on the channel. It doesn't get easier. It gets clearer.